following show is a paid program.
Hey family, how you doing? And happy Thanksgiving week. I'm so excited about it. On Thursday is Thanksgiving. Wow, look at the time. Where did it go? We have celebrity Lavell Crawford, comedian Lavell Crawford. Hey, my friend.
Hey, how you doing, Cam? How you doing? Good to see you again.
Man, good to see you. After our conversation the last time, our interview, I had so many people to call, and they said, we want Lavell back. The greatest
Man,
part
thank you.
is, the greatest part is you're going to be at the Improv this weekend.
Yeah, your prayers have been answered.
Let's talk about those dates early. Let's tell them early.
Oh yeah. We Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We right there at the Houston Improv. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, and 1 show Sunday, I believe. And we probably gonna add some shows. It's Thanksgiving holiday. People gonna be full on turkey, and I'll make you laugh so you can digest it.
Absolutely. So you'll be there the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we're going to be looking for you. So many people have still asked that same question. How did you get started in comedy?
Well, it's a simple thing that I loved it just like anybody. Watched it when I was a kid. I used to hear Richard Pryor on them albums, man, and I wonder how he would just tell these great stories. I think that comedians some of the last of the storytellers. You know what I'm saying? Because it's great to read a book, but when you got somebody sitting up there, I remember when I went to a 6th grade camp and this guy was telling us campfire stories, and I thought they was incredible because the stories he was telling impact me more than me reading a book. So a comedian sometimes put a picture in your head, and I just got excited about it. And strange enough that you asked, I just finished my book called the Comedy Survivor Guide to Stand Up, and it's I used some of my knowledge and put it on a small pamphlet. It's a volume 1. We're gonna have I think I'm gonna have at least 10 series. This one is just called Get Your Butt on Stage, and tell you some techniques you can use to do in comedy, figuring out how the first steps of getting on stage. And then, after that we're gonna come down to the getting work out there in the club and turning in entertainment into the show and business. So basically I'll be doing some seminars and webinars all across the country. And I've been doing it for 30 something years, man. And I stepped on stage the first time at the Funny Bone in St. Louis, and I said, Lord, and it had to be God. It ain't me. It's God the one God took it. He said, if I get one laugh, I'm gonna do it as a career. And thank you, Jesus. I'm still here and making a name for myself. I mean, it was, it ain't always been easy. I mean, I got booed, walked into some shows where it was empty as hell in there. It was me and the waitress. One time, a couple of times I thought I was gonna sell out. He said, "Oh, I'm coming." I walked in there. Had to work. I had to work in the place. Had to clean up. Had to put the picture of the other comedian up on the wall. I'm crying. They had to take the French fry grease out of the thing. I had to work part-time just to give them money. So
That is too funny.
Broke down cars, and I went through it, but you know what? I earned everything I got. I mean, we talk about your Kevin Hart's, your Dave Chappelle, but them, you believe it or not, a lot of those guys was right with me, and I'm steady in my course. I'm still blessed. I'm still working. Some people try to match your success to somebody else's success. My success is my success. I don't have to answer to nobody but the Lord above, and God has blessed me. My family is taken care of. I'm making a living telling these jokes, and that's one thing that I write in this book. You can find ways of making a living at this because comedy is so universal. It's a blessing to be able to, work it. You can turn comedy into anything. It can turn into from being on stage to producing to touring to being a writer to developing so many different things from voiceovers and everything. It opens so many doors for me. It is like if you get into it and you believe into it, not worry about the money up front, because that's where we fall off. Oh,
Right.
I got 10,000 followers. I got 1 million followers. I mean, that don't matter, because
Right.
if the followers don't turn into dollars, and then if you don't get on that stage and give them their money's worth, you're
Mm-hmm.
not doing anything. So you want to hone your craft, hone your talent, and it'll pay off for you. And keep God first if you believe in God, like I do.
Absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned that because there's a lot of Instagram comedians. So they have, made it on Instagram, but unfortunately when they get in front on stand up, they don't have enough material, you know?
Well, I think that they're not really, let's say, Instagram comedians. What they are is personalities.
Yes.
It's some comedians that use Instagram to build their brand. That's a difference. You got Instagram personalities, and then you got comedians that use Instagram
Right.
and Facebook and stuff to build their brand. It's a few cats like Ryan Davis, who's a funny comedian. He was a comedian before. You could tell how he does it. You can see like young brother DC Young Fire. He changed. He used that part, but he had a funny character. But he also get on stage and he holds it on. Some people
Right.
naturally know how to get it. He worked at it and he didn't play with it. Then you got some that use it as their push, and then you watch them on stage and they don't deliver. Is because they're a personality. They got their fan base, and if they fan base come, they gonna do well, because sometimes your fan base just want to be in the room with you. If
Uh-huh.
because the people are bringing instant success and becoming, and a lot of people got more personality than they do have chops, more personality than they do have the talent. But they're talented enough to push themselves and reinvent themselves, because that's one thing about comedy. It's a dangerous thing. You get a set material. If you don't know how to rewrite or write and keep coming up with stuff, keep on coming up with ideas, it can be traumatic for you, or whatever. It's just like people think, oh, I can sing, but you got to understand, just because you can hold a note, can you get up in front of that audience? Can you keep on reinventing yourself, change your look? Because in Hollywood, they put so much pressure on you, trying to tell you what you can and can't do. And me being a comedian, I learned that I've always been my boss. I always find my way, and I do the challenges that makes me better. I don't sit up here and worry about nobody telling you don't look the look. You don't look. One good thing about being a comedian, everybody has a look. Now, when I became an actor, they tried to, when I lost all my weight, they brought me back to Better Call Saul, the spinoff series. It was so funny. They gave me a clip. They had already filmed some of my part, but then they thought we need to put him in a fat suit. So they thought they was gonna throw me in a fat suit because I had lost too much weight, and it was funny that they couldn't do that. But that's how different games is. But as long as you keep your mind on your goal, and especially being a comedian, see, if you're a personality, you gonna get on that stage and you don't know how to deliver, because every audience is different. And a comedian, you got to work at this. You got to hone your craft, just like my acting chop. I listen, I study, and I go up and I do it many places as I can. Sometimes, man, it gets arduous. It gets scary. I get tired. I've been on the road. I just got home yesterday, blessed to be able to still be working through this
Right.
pandemic. So able to get out here and still make people laugh, and still creating new material, still finding ways to enhance old material, making it where people just love it. Because once you get that funny, like I've been blessed to be so gracious and talented with God delivering me and taking me to those different levels, is that my jokes that I've done in the past, people want to hear again and
Right.
again. And that's a powerful thing, that you able to have a joke. Because a lot of times, oh, we already heard that. Oh, I don't want to hear that no more. But I got people, man, do that one joke again. I love it. And it's a blessing And it's also a lesson because it's like when you make something so good, you don't have to change it. But me, I'm always creating. I would never get comfortable. That's one thing you can't do, Cam. And I think a lot of these things, and the good thing about these Instagram comments, and see, and another reason why these comments, you say Instagram comments, because see, a lot of these comedy clubs book internet sensation because he sells tickets. They're just trying to fill up the room.
Right.
And a lot of times, see, I'm blessed to be able to fill the room being funny and talented, plus also have a following.
There you go.
But some people, they have their mind and their thought is, well, he got 1 million followers. They'll sell out the room. But then the people go, oh, he was funny on the internet. They don't know. They edit that down to 30 seconds. And,
right.
Thinking, oh, man, he going to be hilarious. He get up there. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Edited it. He done took all the unfunny out of it. And left, you know what I'm saying? And he can't pull it off. And after a while, you go, wow. And that's that one trick pony effect.
Right.
And that's it. Going to be in volume 2, that one trick pony. And you don't never want to be a one trick pony. Because if all you got is one trick, after a while, they ain't going to want to ride that pony no more. They're going to move on.
Absolutely.
Now, if you can find ways of metamorphosizing that pony, it's people that, but that's why I look at my man, Cat Williams. Very funny man, but he wasn't a one trick pony. He used what people familiarized themselves with, which was the pimp, Money Mike. But he also brought Money Mike into a point where he started talking about so many things in all those sets. You watch him, he's very intelligent. And he learns how to use that for, like, I use my weight. I use my weight, but then I start talking about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with weight. You know what I'm saying? That's how, but that's how we are. In my era, from 50 years old and up, and even 40 up, that we know that, man, you got to go. You want some food on your plate, you got to go get it.
You got to go get it.
Like with 30 and down, is some of them, they even went through hard times.
Right.
But they think but these kids have been still spoiled. They still think it's an Instamatic or a high-speed internet world. Like, I did it. I'm funny. Why I ain't making it? Well, you funny there. Can you be funny over here? Can you be funny over here? Can you be funny over there? Michael Jordan didn't just make a basket in Chicago. He had to make a basket in every part of the country. North Carolina, he had to make a basket all around the world. He had to win championships before somebody considered him Michael Jordan. So that's the thing about it. If you trying to get to a certain level, you want to be Kevin Hart, you would go hang out with Kevin Hart and see how tired your ass is.
Let's do this. Let's see you in action. Let's look at this video real quick.
Okay.
I live in Houston now. I moved to Houston, man. I know a little bit about it down here. I know one thing, U-turns and some bullshit. I tell you, I swear to God, I ain't never, GPS can't even work down here. We got TV like, hold on. Go back around, dog. I think we missed it. Let me pull over. I ain't never heard a GPS say pull over. What kind of bullshit? And if you miss your turn, you gotta go all the way to Abilene, make a left at El Paso and come back around. And nobody know how to get nowhere around this son of a bitch. I get down the street, this street, down what street? I'm like, oh shit, you don't know your way around? Well, just go around the U-turn and come back around. See, I like this part of Texas because in Houston, they don't have the quick trip. Yeah, that quick trip off the chain. Y'all know about that quick trip? Some of y'all don't know nothing about it. It's a gas station, but it got a hot dog bar. Yeah. You can put everything in there on that hot dog bar. It's like they have peppers, onions, and you look at that hot dog, you know how long before they're ready. And it's always a hot dog chef. 6 more turns. All right, I'm counting to 1, 2. I forgot I got some gas. Oh shit, give me 5 on 10. I forgot about that damn gas.
Quick Trip is off the chain, baby.
That
You
is
know, they slow
something.
down since the pandemic. They'll let you they still they don't have all the trimmings like they did before because of everything. But I'm actually glad when they come out with a cure for this crap so we can get back to that bar.
Oh, I'm so glad that you did. You're going to be doing, you were talking about your book about survival, about the comedy survival that you guide to stand-up comics. Many of the comics that are local really want to go mainstream. What advice would you give them?
Well, I think that if mainstream is basically just going to all the clubs. And the thing about it is just get funny first. And if you're already working, you just don't pertain to one audience. And then sometimes you become mainstream when you make it funny. You don't have to change your if you my I never changed the way I talked. I never changed the way I act in front of somebody. I may have spoke with a little more diction so that somebody can get it, but I just stayed me. And I think that comes down to because if funny's funny, I don't care. I mean, you think about mainstream. I mean, think about your rap stars. I mean, you got cats like Snoop Dogg and Lil Uzi Vert and all these little rappers who you can't even like the what's them guys the Mingo. I can't understand what they saying, but you go to their audience and they mainstream like a something. Yeah, or the crock pot with the crock pot and everybody, white, Mexican, everybody. I mean, I think what it comes down to, it don't matter if you're funny. Funny is universal. It don't matter. Funny is universal. I think that when you start worrying about it, because when you get into the mainstream clubs, you're gonna learn what's funny and what not. Something to work at this club ain't gonna work at this club. What I mean, that's why you don't localize yourself. You always expand and share your world. Like what's not localized, you can't talk about. I talk about Houston because I just moved to Houston, and I talk about Houston because we were in Texas, and I always do relatable stuff when I'm in a city because I'm a very observational comic. But then I talk about things in my life. I think about my world and I share it with them. And a lot of times it's crazy. They almost like, man, I've been through that. I ain't even black. I've been through that. That ain't all black people go through. That ain't all fat people go through. Man, you things you going through, I went through. So that's where you work on that at. Is training yourself, go in front of every audience and try your jokes in front of your audience. And you may have to edit, cut. You may have to add. May have to talk a little slower, but funny's funny.
Absolutely. The other thing that I love about you is that your authenticity and what you're talking about, about. Sometimes you have comics that may not know about it, and then somebody will say, well, that's not right. But everything you talk about, about yourself, as well as, family and other things.
Oh, of course. I will never, ever step into a realm where I don't know something. I remember one time I did do a joke, and sometimes people come to comedy shows. You got everybody know the comedy show, and then you got that one.
Yeah.
I don't even want to call him a bozo. I just call him somebody who they walk in there with their heart on their sleeve. They don't realize that you're at a comedy show. Comedians gonna talk about whatever the hell they want to talk about. You had the right to not laugh. You had the right to leave. You had the right to do whatever. But you can't come up to that comedian and go, I was going through that, and because a comedian's got to be dangerous because basically the thing is, and in this day and age, they're really this whole so-called cancel culture is just like all these people. They didn't weaken folks to a point where it's okay to fail. It's okay to not fight, and that's a lie. They're making you think about now how we as people now are just accepting what they're telling us. We're not questioning it. Me and you had a discussion off the interview about things that and I don't try to start nothing. I have no I have no, I'm not going to be your Messiah. I'm not going to be your Al Sharpton. I'm not going to sit up here and give, but in my world, I'm going to do what I have to do. And for my family's benefit and for my child's benefit, he going to know how to handle himself in the street. He going to know how to handle himself when he walks and talks with people. He's not going to be no pushover. He's not going to sit. He's going to be allowed to question things and then allowed to talk your way. And when I say I know something about it, I study something, my truths, because every reaction is different. Because they got over-the-counter medicine that they always have all these side effects.
Right.
Go blind, get crippled. You might get shot by a sniper. You wake up in a sewer, but it will cure the bump on your face. You know,
Right.
I mean, like, but we are. Oh, I'll take it. You know, so you see all these side effects. They tell you up front, you still don't care because you want this taken care of.
Right.
But when I come back to what the thing was, I had a young lady and I was joking, you know, and this was when I was younger, and I said, they talking about, yeah, you better be careful out there, man, you can catch that HIV, you know, like that. And I said, man, you know when somebody's sick, you can tell. They coughing, they walk around, they looking sick as hell, you know, like that. And I was just joking about that. And I know that some people don't have to be sick to be, you know, have it. You can look at Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson got the best HIV I ever seen in my life. He a billionaire. I don't know what kind of HIV he got, but doggone it, I want to catch that one. You understand? But on the other side of it, I said that, and this young lady came up to me after the show and said, you know, I thought you were hilarious, but when you were talking about that, do I look like I have it? And she came to grilled me and tried to make me feel bad. And I was like, lady, I didn't know you were in the audience.
Right.
I didn't know you were here. And I wasn't being an ass. I was just joking about something that I was thinking about. I wasn't trying to put you in a position to make you feel uncomfortable. If that's the case, it was a million guys up there talking about how they do women bad, and you didn't. Did you talk to them about how they talking out women? Had you say anything to them? You didn't judge them. Ain't no fat person came up to me and said, you know, that I don't be breathing hard. I don't snore when I sleep. I don't eat like that. I mean, the thing about now is like even Dave Chappelle said when he had to watch what he say, people coming up, and I heard Kevin Hart, this new special, anything you say, oh man, he joke about man having one arm, he said, oh, I'm gonna get cancer coach. This is the thing about, man, after a while, bro, you know, you just have to go for what you know and let it flow. And if they gonna get mad, you tell them to their face, look, man, I didn't even know you was here. If you worried about it, go get it fixed or leave me the hell alone. Because I always give like a disclaimer on stuff I say, and then I go and I say, and if you up here mad about it, your ass ain't that damn mad because you at my show and your friends sitting right next to you laughing too. So be mad at them too. Be mad at everybody in the audience. I just said it. They laughing. If they weren't laughing, I couldn't even get it going. So the thing about it is they trying to kill humor. They trying to. I mean, everything that we going through. You can joke about Donald Trump. You don't think he got feelings? You joke about, you joke about every president. I mean, this guy out here really believed that he was doing a good job. I don't know if he was or not. I mean, we can sit up and blame one man, but he voted. He almost won this time. So if he was that bad, how did he almost win? That didn't make no sense to me. Oh, because the rednecks vote. I said, is it more rednecks than black vote? Is it more? I don't know. I don't understand. Is this America? If he was this bad, and that's what I say about how what you believe. I don't listen to the news all the time. I question things. I study and I learn from it, because you can't go out here and just be on a bandwagon just because everybody wants you to be. I love all of my people. And I understand, but we always on feelings. We always on, oh, he a racist. Is that the only way you vote for him? What about us getting to the point where we can, get our own property? What about the time where we can get some loans without judging on what we look like? Well, how can we sell a house if they find out a black person in there? I don't want all them collard green smells in my house. It's things that we have to battle with every day. That we don't even ask a question about. But then we don't that's why I go to God, because he the one know my problem. He the one that answers all my questions. He the one to take care of me, because I would never rely on no man or woman to do anything for me.
Sounds good.
It's the bare facts.
Okay, so let's do this. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with comedian Lavell Crawford.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
Ron Carter Cadillac, Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, delivers test drives to your home or office, like the new 2020 XT4 Luxury Collection, only $299 a month. The new 2020 XT5 Premium Luxury Collection, $399 a month. Or the first ever 2020 XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, just $499 a month. All for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase and choose 0% APR for 60 months plus $2,000 bonus cash with no payments until March 2021. Visit RonCarterCadillac.com.
I'm attorney Willie Powles. Allow me to express myself with you. If you've been hurt or injured in a car or truck accident, give me a call and we'll get it fixed today.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call attorney Willie Powles.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey, thank you guys for coming back. The comedian Lavell Crawford, we are talking to him. Lavell, we've got some people that want to do shout outs to you. So Mary, look like Mary Russell Hankins, Deborah Simpson, Courtney Fisher, Ornetta Murray. Hey, Councilwoman, Skylar Ford. Man, a lot of them. Tanya Beard, Cynthia Allen, Crystal Edwards, Courtney Fisher, and the names go on and on. They love you, my friend.
Well, I tell them I said thank you and say what's up. We just some guys on there. One of I got my wife like, oh, the women on there. I ain't got that.
Anthony Thurston.
Thank you, Anthony.
Nolan Davis. We got some guys in here. We got some guys. Deshaun, we got some guys. Shout out to your first lady, Deshaun. Shout out to her. Yes. Yes. No, shout out to her. Shout out to her. She's so sweet. She is one of the best in doing putting this together. She always, every time, she's always a pivotal part of this.
Yeah, she helps out a lot. You know, you gotta have your what they say, your yoke, your rib.
That's right. You know? That's right. You're a true queen. Deshaun is a true queen, for you, my friend.
Queen of this empire. She was that gal. I'm just thankful for letting me have some internet time today.
That is too funny. What else did you have in your guide? You had a lot of things that you were putting in the guide for people to stand up.
Just, given the formalities, just a drop of history about me, but mostly just, giving comics. Because on Instagram, I got, so many just like getting that fine places to get on stage.
Right.
And I already think comedy clubs, they got talent shows, they got, poets. They doing poetry around. You got live music. They got a band that need to take a break. A comedian can come up there. So I give so many little things, little droplets that you can use to get yourself on stage. I mean, because the best thing is just getting work where you can, and it's not money. A lot of times it's just getting that money. It's just getting up there and see if you can pull it, man. And it's just amazing feeling once start getting your funny. It's almost like flying like Superman. Because when Superman didn't just come out, start flying. If you read the comic book, he learned how to fly. And when he was flying, it was just an amazing feeling, man. Just flying around. He had this skill to be able to make people laugh on call because, people don't think it's a skill, but it is a skill because, I mean, a lot of people don't come. They've been waiting in line. It rained outside. They had a fight in the car. They look and say how much these tickets was. They drink ain't came. People bring all their problems.
Right.
And I think a great saying the guy said that people are like dump trucks. They try to dump all their problems on whoever they can. And I mean, that's what I say about, the president and whoever. They try to blame them for your problem. And sometimes you have to fix it yourself. That's one thing I love about YouTube is so many smart people on there that give you little techniques. That's how I learned how to tie a bow tie, fix a garbage disposal, how to, that's how I do a lot of things on there. Work on the car, I knew how to work on car, but like put a carburetor in or a distributor cap. It's sometimes you forget, but it's beautiful how people on there teach you how to do things.
Right. Right. The other thing that I love about you is that you help people in understanding the business of comedy. Yes, you have the art part of comedy, but there's a business. You can't always shake hands and think you're going to get paid.
Oh, well, pretty much. And the thing about it, trying to get paid.
Yeah.
Okay, because you don't want to put a price on your talent. You want to get to the point where you can tell them whatever you want. That's the level you want to get to where people say, how much how much for a show? I mean, and then they come, I got, some back in the day, I got $150, I got $500. All right, I'll take it. But now, people come with those prices. I'll be like, bro, you can't afford me. Why you even wasting me and your time? I'm not desperate. God done put me in a position of always enough. You know what I'm saying? I never want to be in a position where I'm walking around here and, I guess I'll do it. You stretch yourself thin and then you get your money. Because I done seen it's always better to ask for more money. And this for comics that are established. That's not for comics that, getting out of it. But you always ask for more if they, before they can give you less. And at least you ain't mad when you get your less. You ask for what you wanted, and y'all came to a common ground. Because I'd be mad. I'm sitting up there and agreed to this little money, and he don't even have the little money. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't always about money. It's a reward of getting your skills down to the point where, that you'll be invaluable. You know what I'm saying? Where they can't. I always love to see people when they use their genius, and it becomes so to a point where people just want to, man, I don't care, dude, whatever it costs. And I done had a lot of people say that, and I done told them, and I always love those ones that got the money and don't flinch. Well, it cost this. Okay, I got it. I'll be like, praise God. And then I'll be like, man, I should have asked for more, but it's a beautiful thing to get to that point. I've been in it 30-something years, 35. And in a wonderful role. Business is a formality that comes with it. And you're out here, you got to think of yourself as a corporation. Once you get to a level, once you build your brand to a point, you have to understand your corporation. Yeah, I have agents and stuff, but I talk to agents like they're working for me. I'm not working for an agent because I can book myself all over the world and not have to have somebody answer the call. It's just that putting it all together. Like I have my wife handle something. I got a team because sometimes I'm going to forget. Sometimes I'm going to be like, man, I ain't doing that today. But, because I didn't get a hold of it. Like me and you were talking on the phone. Right. You could hear, I can hear you, but I don't think you can hear me. And I was like, damn, you live here. What time is the interview? He's like, yeah, just send me the email and I get back to you. He on another conversation. But that's where I live at my house. It gets horrible reception. So it sounds like you can hear me. I can't hear you. So, But I mean, my wife had already got the information, so she shot it to me, and and I was able to get it done because I always want people to know that I'm accessible, and that's another thing about being in the business. It's accessibility, and especially like for interviews, because right now this the era we in. Zooms,
Right.
In interviews, podcasts, they are powerful, powerful, powerful means of getting your word out there, getting your information out there. I mean, podcasts are being part of radio stations now. They're putting them in. I think Joe Rogan just got $90 million for it on Spotify. I'm like,
Yes.
man, I got to get my podcast up. Baby. I got to get it going. I only got 5 episodes. Boy, what you got to get 90 million? It's a beautiful thing, man, just being able to be creative and stick to itiveness.
Right.
It's a thing. Now, I don't know if that's a word, but I believe it is in some way. It's stick to itiveness. You have to be very, very tenacious to step into this realm. And you have to understand, but you got to keep comedy first. That's the only reason why I got an agent, because you got to keep comedy first. Because you got to be funny. When it comes down to, you got to worry about, like when I did my last special, Home for the Holidays, it was kind of tedious because I had to do a lot of stuff myself. And I had people helping me, but I'm one of them people like, man, you moving too dang slow. I need this thing done right now. You wasting time. We a week out. This ain't done. The contract ain't done. I said, man, come on, man. This is my hometown. I got to come up and be able to, everything be good, look good, and be right. Me get paid, and go up on stage and be funny. And then I got on stage. I was hilarious on Home for the Holidays, but I had on some Gucci shoes, and they ain't for black men feet. So they was biting the hell out of my toes. So I was on stage. I said, they got dragons on them, but the dragons are biting my instep, man. I was on stage being funny, and I couldn't stay still. People said, he moving around a lot. I was moving around to keep that blood flowing in his feet. I said, man, I didn't want to be in these like tennis shoes. And I got out of Stacey Adams and all that because they was hurting my feet. Then I get in some Gucci. Gucci ain't all for brothers. You can't wear all Guccis. You got to ask, are these black Guccis or these Italian Guccis?
That's true. That's the truth. That is truly the truth. In doing so, a lot of people, 40 million people are unemployed, and several of them have a dream now. But they're looking, of course, at everything else, their life and things like that, and want to fulfill their dream. What would you tell them?
Well, some 40 million unemployed. Some of them, I want to know what percentage is unemployed because they got smart with their supervisor and they got fired. Didn't show up on work on time. Cause I got a cousin got fired and she was working from home. I was like, how the hell you get him? You was late at home. You ain't have to leave the house. But that's the first aspect of anything in 40 million. I can't tell 40 million people what to do, but if you out of work, I think there's jobs out there, but the thing about it is it's called work ethic. I think work ethic is the main part of anything. And if you got dreams, you can't have dreams. You gotta wake up from that dream, get you a prayer book, get you a vision board, and go after your dreams. You can't. I want one of these days. I want one of these days. I hear people all the time. I say, what day you gonna pick? You get one of these.
Right.
Which day? Which day you want? Tuesday? You want Wednesday? What day you want? Because we come to these excuses all the time. It's like tomorrow ain't granted, And the thing about me is I'm so tired from always going for it. Because like I said, I wrote a children's book. My children's book will be done Thanksgiving, and hopefully we get it set up with a publishing company. My son doing all the illustrations. It's called Fish with My Big Daddy. Every dream that I ever thought about doing, I checked old emails, and this guy came up with the same idea that I want to do, where bringing fishing and comedy together. So I got a guy that I'm talking to. I don't know what context he got, but he has a great idea that if he got his motion, I know I have my motion, is to bring, like, I call it take it to the bank, and, a comedian out here fishing, and I love fishing. I just went peacock bass fishing down in Miami, Florida, took my son and my wife. We was all on the boat, had a beautiful time. Yeah. They had a little time, but we was out there 7 hours. They was ready to go, though. After that, they were turning into the Gilligan's Island. They had 3 hours too. Daddy can fish all day. I don't care. I wake up and throw the line back out. That's how much I fish, but those things that if you got dreams, your dreams, you got to make them realities. And you can't tell everybody your doggone dream. You can't even tell your aspirations. You can't tell them nothing. You just got to go for it. Now, if your dream is bigger than your wallet, then you got to figure out, you got to start investigating how you can get your startup money, or you investigate how someone else done it. Or like, I got family members. I got a sister. Prime example. She is when I tell you she's probably a prime baker, like Cake Boss, Cake Boss. You can go to Blueberry Bakery online, blueberrybakery.com, and look at some of her stuff. This girl she's a respiratory therapist, but she when things got funny and she lost her job and I told her, why don't you open up your own business? And everybody tell her that, but she don't want to do it. Right. So I mean, if you that talented and you still don't want to do it, then I'd be like, why are you doing it? Because you do it. In her case, are beautiful. The design, she can do anything, but they also taste good. That's the difference. Some people can make these designs, they taste good. Oh, all right. I mean, you made a pitcher of milk out of a cake, but I need a pitcher of milk to eat the cake. So but her cakes be moist and delicious. She make cupcakes. She's like a black Martha Stewart, and she knows how she does crafts and everything. And I was just like, man, why are you wasting this talent, put it online? And I've said maybe she got to strike when her iron is hot. Because if I had that talent, man, I have me on my own show on the Food Channel right now. Because that's how I am. But I take every gift I have and I go for it. I do not waste time.
Absolutely.
Time is not only like you, Cam Hill. You've been on the air, what you said, a year now, year and a half?
Yeah.
You followed your dream, though. What was you doing before this, Cam?
Absolutely.
What was you doing before?
I was doing real estate, but we're going to take a break. They keep telling me that. Let's take a break real quick, Lavell, and I want you to hold that thought because we want to hear that. We'll be right back with Lavell Crawford.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
Ron Carter Cadillac, Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, delivers test drives to your home or office, like the new 2020 XT4 Luxury Collection, only $299 a month. The new 2020 XT5 Premium Luxury Collection, $399 a month. Or the first ever 2020 XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, just $499 a month. All for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase and choose 0% APR for 60 months plus $2,000 bonus cash with no payments until March 2021. Visit RonCarterCadillac.com.
I'm Attorney Willie Powles. Allow me to express myself with you. If you've been hurt or injured in a car or truck accident, give me a call and we'll get it fixed today.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, Attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call Attorney Willie Powles.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey, we are back with celebrity comedian Lavell Crawford. Lavell, you asked me that question. I've been in real estate over 20 plus years.
Okay. I mean, but think about that. And you in a great place, Houston, Texas, boy. Because I mean, boy, I've been Pac-Maning on some real estate myself. Praise God, trying to get some more.
Absolutely.
But that's the thing about it, though. You went in and followed your dream, and then look where real estate then launched you into your show here, where you bringing on fabulous talent like myself.
Absolutely. I'm so happy. I'm telling you, when you said you do it again, I was just screaming and running around the house. To be honest, I was like, my boy, he gonna do it.
Man, first of all, man, it's an honor. And I'm gonna be honest. I hadn't noteworthy of your show at one time. I didn't know nothing about it, but I mean, it's no slight. I mean, because it's a lot of things happening in this world. I don't have no idea about it, but I know they're doing well. And that's the thing about it, though. You followed your dream. I'm sure you had brick walls and dream killers, and I see Cam. You see Cam on, Yeah. I remember when I first started out, I had family members telling me, my uncle, "Oh, you gonna get out there and people get on drugs and you gonna break your heart. You ain't." I said, man. When the last time you did comedy?
Right.
I mean, you just kill my dream like that, and so it's the thing about when you, like, that's why I say about dream stealers and, dream killers, you can't share your stuff with someone that's already shooting at you, okay? Right. They're shooting you down, they giving you every knock door, and then be people who love you thinking they're helping you by crapping on you. What you need to do is go down there and get you a job at Budweiser. What you need to do
with some benefits.
Man, me and my jiu-jitsu, I train jiu-jitsu. If you ever got somebody that's interested in learning jiu-jitsu, martial arts, and self-defense, Katana Academy on Old Spring Road, my man Kelvin Carter. He's a very great brother. He's a brother too, and he's teaching everybody, whoever want to come in, children, women, adults, everybody, whoever want to come in, men, everybody. And we always talk about God, and we talk about stepping out on faith. And the thing about it, he said, man, he had so many family members telling him, "Oh, you need to go get your job at Home Depot. You sitting around always trying these business, they don't do well." I said, but you talk to any billionaire.
Right.
From Warren Buffett to Bill Gates to any of them, I'm sure they got so many failures under their belt, but they sitting on top of success now. And the thing about it is, you think everything you do right away supposed to go well? No, it don't. But if you don't try, you'll never know. Right. And then the thing about it, the dangerous thing is have success up front. Because you can't, you haven't seen the downfall. So some people have success be skyrocket up here, but then they run out of fuel. They don't know. They don't know how to land now. They don't know how to land right. They crash land, and then they don't know how to fix the rocket. Now they sit around trapped because they didn't do nothing else to get themselves to get back in that rocket and get back up there. You understand what I'm saying? It's sometimes it's just like it's a beautiful thing to learn how to swim. It's also a great thing to know how to float. It's a great thing to know how to float too, because if you float, when you get done swimming, you're gonna get tired. So right, you can get back to swimming. Right, and then you can't always be on a ride with everybody else. Yeah, everybody ain't your dream. Yeah. Everybody idea is not your idea. I mean, man, that's what they want to do. And when people go, and then you ever be around and I like being around successful people, but I don't ever be around successful people that make you feel bad because you're not where they are. Right. Me, I'm always supporting. I'm always my best to give you. If I can help you, hey man, you might want to, but I mean, you do it the way you want to do it. Because even with my child, I'm like, okay. You want to open that pickle jar? Open it then. I'm not going to get in your way of opening that pickle jar. But I ain't going to get in your way of you riding that bike. You're going to fall, skin your knee up. Right. You might even tip a tooth. I didn't did that. But you're going to get back up and you're going to ride that bike if you really want it. Hell, I drowned. I drowned before trying to swim. They had to call paramedics, revive me and everything. You know what I did? Jump right back in the damn water. Because it's something I loved. It's something I wanted to do. And the thing about it was, where I was cut, I never let nobody tell me what I want to do. People ask me about my weight loss. I said I never thought I was big in the first place. That's why I never thought I weighed 500 pounds. I swear I didn't. I walked around. I don't know what y'all call it fat. Ain't nothing fat on me but this body. I never thought I was fat. I just, I thought I was just healthy, thick,
You big boned. You were big boned?
Like big bone. I said, I ain't fat. I'm all bristle. I said, I'm all bristle. I ain't got no fat on me, player. But I always thought that way. So when you emulate what you are, that's what you become. You think about a seed. A seed never knows it's a seed. You plant that seed. That seed said, well, I'm a seed now. I'm underground. But I'm tired of being underground. I'm going to burst into this root and turn into this plant, turn into this flower, or turn into a tree. And it's amazing thing about being a tree. A tree got a long way to go. A plant going to turn into a flower, and that's it. But a tree branches off and turns into something so big and mighty where it's stopping wind, giving shade, bearing fruit. So I'd rather be a tree than a plant. I said, and my whole thing is, with that plant, you can cut it off and it'll grow again. But that tree, it's there forever. It's shining. It's being homes to animals, everything. And if you chop it down, it turn into a house. It turn into a chair. You know what I'm saying? That tree is amazing, but you have to get to that level of understanding how you can be an asset to you. And people gonna always shoot you down, but like them dream people, it's just like you becoming a real estate agent and you going out there selling houses. You don't know nothing about houses. You got your real estate agent, like what you said, a Section 8. Black folks are dog you out every day. They joke that Cam done showed me this old raggedy house. He ain't got no doors or windows on it. I was like, dang, brother. I mean, you went in the house with me, but it's the thing about like the 40 million people, whoever they are, these statistics out there, because I know it's jobs out there because I see people doing all kinds of stuff. It depends on what you want to do.
Right.
I mean, it just depends on what you want to do. And sometimes your hustle just got to be your hustle. Sometimes you got to put your ego in your pocket. Yes. It's just like with the comedy game. Because for where I cut, my money got cut in half because they cut the audience in half, but I was still out here working. Right. And I still was out here making an impact, and I was adding shows, and the money was maintaining enough where I'm still blessed to take care of my family because God will provide. But what the powerful thing about it is when things open back up, Lavell Crawford still turning it up. Now we want to see Lavell Crawford in arenas. We want to see Lavell Crawford doing his thing. We want to go see Lavell Crawford. See, I still build my brand the old way. Cat Williams, once again, one of my favorite comics friends, my favorite friends. Cat Williams said something so powerful to me back in the day. Now, I was a headliner before him, but he blew up for Money Mike, and then when I see him and all that stuff, and then I seen him later on, he had, like they said, one of his people was in the grocery store I was in when we was living in L.A. Mm-hmm. He said, "Oh, Cat outside, man. How you doing, man? Cat waiting by the car." I said, "Oh, straight. Let me go holler at him." So because the lady at the caterer said, he always said he's very nice. So, and see, that's what I take about the news. They always talk, oh, he's a monster, blah, blah, blah. And this lady just said, he's a sweet guy. So I go out and I seen him in the car. I said, "Hey, brother, how you doing?" He said, "Hey, man." And he hugged me. We shook hands. And we always had respect for each other. And he told me something. This was like, I'd say about 9 years ago. 9 years ago, my son was a little baby. And he said, "You made it, and you got famous off of stand up and stand up alone. And a lot of comedians can't do that. People know your name off of being funny." Mm-hmm. And I thought that was just one of the biggest compliments in the world, that I was a comedian and I made it as a comedian. Right. Because, and I made it in the world everywhere as a comedian, comedian / actor, but I'm a comedian first of all. Right. And that's where everybody knows me for being funny and my jokes. And that was my goal, because it's the thing about being funny, and then you get in movies and then you known as this guy, funny and guy in a movie. Like my man Mike Epps. I love him to death. But Mike Epps, he got famous off of Next Friday.
Right.
Okay. He got famous off Next Friday. And strange enough, we was here in Houston, Texas. We was at Just Joking. Alice Abbott, big shout out to Alice Abbott, she's still around. We was at Just Joking. We had did the night. I headline. He was hosting. He was living in town. He called me up. We in a hotel. Same hotel, but we on the phone talking for 8 hours. Me and him on the phone. Mike was just up, and we just talking. He said, LV, it's about to go down. I'm scared, LV. I said, let's pray, man. Let's pray about it, brother. You're going to be all right. LV, I ain't going to forget you, dog. I'm going to put you on. I said, man, don't worry about me. Worry about you. We'll meet again, when you get there. And then when he told me, yeah, Ice Cube want me to get down with him and boom, 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 what you think? I said, man, do that. Do that. And this is a true story. He may have remembered, he may not remember, but we see each other on the road. We've been doing tours together. He know every time I tell him that. He always said, and then I got out on tour with him for a minute. And I said, whenever you feel uncomfortable, brother, because, see, I was a comedian.
Right.
And he was a comedian, but he was an actor, and they knew him as Day. And then we out on the road, he didn't want to do radio. And I was like, dog, you got to get up here and do press. Oh, man, LV, tell him, man. Tell him, man. Man, I got this movie. I don't need that. And see, he got Hollywood, all right? And all the people around him was like, oh, you Mike Epps. You just did Next Friday. You blew up, man. You blew up. He don't understand. That don't even matter. They know you as Mike. And this was before internet. This was before Instagram and all that.
So
Facebook.
Lavell, buddy, I appreciate it so much. They're cutting me off, but I still want people to know about Houston Improv. Let's tell them about the dates and stuff and the times.
Oh, okay, we didn't talk too much. I was telling you.
No, you're fine. That's a good story.
Hey, the 27th through the 29th. I believe that's the day, 27th through the 29th. 29th. Right here, Houston Improv. It's going to be on and popping. Y'all come out Thanksgiving weekend, baby. I'm home. And this is my new home. Been here for about 4 years. And we're going to bring that funny to y'all, man. Guaranteed, player. So get your tickets now. It's going to sell out.
Get them now. Get them now. Get them now. What would you like to leave with the viewers?
Well, just like I said, don't ever get comfortable.
Right.
Don't ever get comfortable. And stop dreaming. Wake up and start living your dream. That's all I can say. Don't get comfortable. Don't get satisfied with just enough. Get it all. Get it all.
Absolutely. So this weekend, let's go see my boy. November the 27th through the 29th, Houston Improv. Friday and Saturday, there's 2 times. And on Sunday, 1 time. They'll probably add something. But go get your tickets now.
Get them now. Get them now.
I appreciate you so much, buddy, for everything.
Thank you,
Tell your queen, Deshaun, what's up?
We got to get a 2-hour show, Cam, so we can talk.
We got to get a 2-hour show, bro. We need another show. Love you so much, buddy. Appreciate you. I'm coming out to see you this weekend, too. I'll try to get there by Friday. See you then.
Don't fake the funk. You better show up.
I know you're going to find me. Talk to you soon. Talk to you soon. Tell Deshaun, what's up? Love her to death. Take care. Bye-bye.
Most definitely. Bye-bye.
Hey, guys. Okay, so Thanksgiving week, this is a whole week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Look at us, 12:30 to 1:30 Central Standard Time. See you. Bye.